16 degrees, and we've had almost 2 additional inches of snowfall in the last 24 hours here at the WCLU studios. Let's do first things first. Let me get you up to date on cancellations and closings here. First of all, Glasgow Independent Schools just about an hour ago made the decision to cancel classes today. No school today at Glasgow Independent Schools. Barron County schools are closed. Caverna, Metcalfe County, Hart County schools, Edmondson County, WKU Glasgow, WKU E-Town, and WKU Owensboro. The Gethsemane Educational Institute is not open today. Dave's Transportation will be providing urgent care transportation only today. That's where we are on what's happening. Let's pause and take a look at the weather situation for the rest of the day. Ray Stajic on duty at the Weather Channel.
Slick travel with snow this morning. Winter weather advisories and/or winter storm warnings in effect. It's actually or. Winter storm warnings for another couple of inches of snow in the advisory area. Still another inch or two of snowfall. The bottom line is occasional snow this morning with the region getting an additional 1 to 3 inches. Temperatures will hold in the low to mid-teens all day, so a very cold day also. The snow is going to stick, even though we're not going to get too much more, but still some travel trouble, especially first half of the day, and then partly cloudy this afternoon. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight, a very cold night down to 3 above. The average low is 27. Tomorrow, partial clouds, 24, 11 degrees tomorrow night, and then a modifying trend will begin. Thursday, sunny into the mid-30s. Friday, sunny, low 40s, and could get above 50 degrees on Saturday, and then maybe close to 60 by Sunday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Current conditions, the barometer is at 30.50. The winds are out of the northwest, at times blowing at 12 miles an hour, and the humidity is at 89% of saturation. The total amount of water content in the snowfall is 1/10 of an inch, but you translate that up, it's almost 2 inches of additional snow that has fallen here in south central Kentucky. And Angela Briggs, I'll tell you, the roadways are a lot more treacherous than I've seen them at this time of the day.
Well, I tell you what, I was trying to come up the hill there on West Cherry and couldn't make it. I had to come all the way down to the intersection there at 31E and 90 Happy Valley Road, whatever, Long John Silver's 5-star and all that.
Yeah.
It's bad there. I mean, the main roads are bad at this point.
South Green Street is totally covered.
Yes.
And that's nobody's fault other than Old Man Winter.
I mean, can we not blame somebody?
Well, we can't, it's just too cold for a lot of that stuff to work.
Right, and I did look into something. I noticed a Facebook post where someone said they had actually met a plow truck, and they didn't have the scraper down scraping the roads. And they said that a lot of times if they scrape the snow off and there's ice underneath.
Much more slick.
Yes, it makes it even worse conditions.
So anyway, Glasgow Square, of course, is slippery as well. It's just kind of came quickly, and we're just going to have to spend some time getting to where we need to be today.
I mean, the Glasgow Square is always off the chain, but this morning it's even worse.
Yeah, that's right. It is, and so it's slippery over there. Let's be careful with that and drive with caution. Let's go for round one of local news and news director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. In today's closings, let's run through that list one more time. Glasgow Independent Schools are closed. Barron County, Caverna, Metcalfe, and Hart County. Edmondson County schools are closed. WKU Glasgow, E-Town, and Owensboro campuses all closed. Gethsemane Educational Institute's closed. E-Town Community and Technical College is also closed. The Government Center, the Barron County Government Center, is closed today, and this morning's Barron County Fiscal Court meeting has been canceled. They do plan to postpone that meeting for later on this week. But again, this morning's Barron Fiscal Court meeting is canceled, and the Government Center in downtown Glasgow is closed. Since 2000, the folks at the First Baptist Church in Glasgow have hosted an event annually on Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. Beginning with a prayer service at noon at the Barron County Courthouse, the group then marches down to First Baptist Church, this year led by the Boys and Girls Club. Now, the First Baptist Praise Choir featured music that commemorates the love that pours out of that church, and local pastors and leaders were invited to speak. With a theme of charity and love for others echoed in all who spoke, Judge John Alexander also talked of justice and injustice and noted a quote made famous by Dr. King: "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice."
Justice is out there and that we will all have it. But what Dr. King's life, I think, shows us is that we don't have to wait for that. It may come inevitably, but a man or a woman, through their will and the force of their character, can influence the bending of that arc, can influence it, can speed it up, and that's what I think each of us is called on to do in our lives.
And another common theme throughout yesterday was that the work and legacy of Dr. King should carry on, not just be something people celebrate on January 15th, but every day of the year. And now let's check in with Executive Vice President for the Glasgow Barron County Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Ernie Myers.
Guys, I got just a reminder from the Glasgow Barron County Chamber of Commerce about our first quarterly breakfast, which comes up this coming Friday, January the 19th. Glasgow Golf and Country Club, 7 o'clock in the morning. Breakfast will be served between 6:30 and 6:45, so get out bright and early and have a good breakfast with us. Of course, traditionally, the first quarterly breakfast is given by the mayor and the judge. At least the program is given by the mayor and the judge. We hear from Mayor Dick Doty, the state of the city, hear from Judge Michael Hale, the state of the county. The breakfast is sponsored by Edmonton State Bank. So call the Chamber, 651-3161, to reserve your tickets for the first quarterly breakfast coming up this coming Friday, January the 19th at the Glasgow Golf and Country Club. That's what's going on with the Glasgow Barron County Chamber of Commerce, where we're working together building a better community.
6:15 a.m., 14 degrees.
Do you feel like
Everyone wants to know when McRib will be back, including Jamie, who shared the...
Do you drop your change in the bottom of...
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lesenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lesenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lesenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ
More local news. Kentucky will be phasing in a rule saying people who get Medicaid have to work if they can. But a new national poll suggests voters could see that as part of a very unpopular pattern. A new national poll finds 3/4 of voters agree and half strongly agree there's a war on health care. Jeff Guerin with Hart Research says voters see a pattern starting with attempts to repeal the Affordable Care Act, but also including moves to cut Medicare and Medicaid. House Speaker Paul Ryan's called these steps welfare reform and says they're necessary to reduce the deficit. His critics point out that this is coming just after a $1.5 trillion tax cut that mostly benefits wealthy and big corporations. Guerin says nationally, voters already have a strong sense that GOP health care policies are deeply unfair.
Targeting both Medicare and Medicaid for cuts in order to offset the cost of their tax cuts for the wealthy and large corporations. Republicans have put a very big target on their backs.
The new Medicaid work requirement will impact about 350,000 Kentucky adults, half of whom already work. Certain groups, including full-time students, pregnant women, and people with certain medical conditions, will be exempt. The Center for American Progress estimates work requirements would block benefits for more than 6 million people nationally. And Kentucky's Attorney General says his office has a new website to enhance access for people seeking information and services from the office. Andy Bashir says the new website will help Kentuckians interact with his office on such issues as combating drug addiction and child abuse and protecting older people from scams. Bashir says the revised ag.ky.gov also offers information on his office's contracts and instructions on how to submit open records requests electronically. He says the fighting drug abuse portion of the website helps Kentuckians learn how the AG's office is working to help tackle drug addiction problems across the state. And the McConnell Center at the University of Louisville starting its latest lecture series with a discussion about hunger in Kentucky. The center says Ag Commissioner Ryan Quarles will give a free public talk on the subject January 24th at the Elkstrom Library's KO Auditorium on the U of L campus. Quarles' talk will cover a range of public policy issues, including the role of health care and education in rural and urban parts of the state. Quarles formed the Kentucky Hunger Initiative, which is an effort to bring together farmers, charitable organizations, faith groups, community leaders, and government officials to help reduce hunger in the state. According to a 2016 study by Feeding America, 17% of Kentuckians struggle with hunger. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs. 6:20 a.m., 14 degrees.
At your Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
From Paducah to Pikeville, schools are closed across the state, and road conditions everything from passable to dangerous this morning. Snow and another deep freeze cover the state. Drivers should be careful because many slide-offs are being reported everywhere that the snow has fallen, and that's pretty much everywhere. In Anderson County, these drivers spoke with WKYT about what they're facing.
Tired of it. This weather's been very unpredictable.
Like 1 minute I was wearing a tank top to Walmart and the next minute I'm out here shivering. Like it's awful.
Police agencies across the state are advising people to stay off the roads unless they have to be out. Lexington police arrest a doctor after he shows up for surgery intoxicated.
Dr. Theodore Gerstel, a plastic surgeon, was arrested near Baptist Health Lexington and charged with public intoxication. A Baptist Health spokeswoman says the hospital received a report of a physician who showed up for surgery while possibly intoxicated. The chief medical officer went to speak with Gerstel, who then decided to run out of the hospital once he was confronted. Gerstel's privileges at Baptist Health Lexington have been suspended, and he will not be allowed to practice until the issue is resolved. I'm Haley Hansen.
Attorney General Andy Beshear says his office has a redesigned website to enhance access for people seeking information and services. Beshear says it will help people interact with his office on issues such as combating drug addiction, child abuse, as well as protecting older people from scams. A Kentucky businessman is convicted of defrauding people who invested in a natural gas pipeline in Tennessee. Clay Shelton was convicted of wire fraud, money laundering, and other charges and faces up to 20 years. The Bowling Green man solicited more than $1.3 million from 11 investors to use in buying the Monterey pipeline and told them their money would be held in escrow. I'm Ed Huckleberry.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The following is an advertisement.
Ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
Would you like to choose when you pay your electric bill? With EPB iPay, you can. iPay allows you to draft money into your electric account online or at our office. The myusage.com website lets you keep track of how much electricity you're using and lets you know your current balance. When your account's getting low, you can get reminders to add more money to your electric account by text or email. With iPay, there's no due date, no late fees. Sign up for iPay at the EPB office at 100 Mallory Drive.
Or if you're
Who
thinking
will be
about
the
a free
future
need
face
monument,
of
they're here to
Pettigo
make the
Lessenberg?
process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
Okay, Mom. The gutters are clean and I fixed the doorknob. Anything else?
Yes, you can help me figure out what to do with my money in the CD at the bank. It's about to mature and I don't know what to do with it.
Well, here's what I'd do. I'd use the money and buy an annuity from Woodman. As far as rates go, it's competitive with a CD, sometimes even better. And the earnings on your money will grow tax-deferred until you withdraw it.
And that's good, right?
Oh, that's very good, because you defer income taxes so you have more money for compounding. And unlike a mutual fund, a fixed annuity guarantees you'll never lose your principal, no matter how long you live.
So how'd you get so smart?
I'm sure it came from my mother.
Hi, I'm Jeff Sneed, your local Woodman of the World representative. Find out more about Woodman's full line of annuity products by calling me at 270-646-0354.
Insurance protection, financial security. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society of Omaha, Nebraska. Woodman, with you through life.
Local news time from WCLU is 6:26. We have 14 degrees as we get our start today. In area funeral announcements this hour, Otis Jewel White, age 85, of Glasgow, died Monday at NHC Healthcare. Born in Lecta, the son of the late Russell and Pauline Dean White, and grandson of the late Alice and T.L. Dean. Mr. White was a farmer and a U.S. Air Force veteran of the Korean War. He was a member of New Salem United Methodist Church. His hobbies included being a ham radio operator. He is survived by his wife, Joyce Elmore White, a nephew, Jimmy White, and his wife, Diane, and their children, James, Jess, and Leah White of Glasgow. A niece, Sandy Corbett, and husband, Kenneth of Glasgow. 3 sisters-in-law, Frances Gross and Carol White of Glasgow, and Pauletta Basham of Bowling Green. 2 brothers-in-law, Bobby Elmore and wife Sue of Glasgow, and Paul David Elmore and wife Linda of Lucas. Several other nieces and nephews also survive. In addition to his parents and grandparents, he was preceded in death by a brother, Bobby White, and three sisters, Barbara Nickerson, Sarah Alice White, and Virginia Nell White. Funeral services for Otis Jewel White will be at 11 o'clock on Thursday morning at the A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home. Burial will be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation will be Wednesday from 3:30 until 8 p.m. Sylvia Olita Garrett, age 90, of Tompkinsville, died Monday at Monroe County Medical Center. Sylvia is survived by a daughter, Kathy Louise Haynes of Louisville, a grandchild, Jody Cook, and three great-grandchildren, Dylan, Austin, and Autumn Rain. Services for Sylvia Olita Garrett will be at 1 o'clock on Friday at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Bethlehem Cemetery. Visitation Thursday from 4 until 8 p.m. and Friday from 6 a.m. until 1 p.m. Odell Dubree Page York, age 99, of Tompkinsville, died Sunday at Signature Healthcare of Monroe County. The Tompkinsville native was a member of the Berea Church of Christ. She is survived by a son and daughter-in-law, Donald and Pauletta Page of Tompkinsville, two grandchildren, Wayland Page and wife Lori of Tompkinsville, and Robin Walbert and husband John of Glasgow. Five great-grandchildren also survive. Funeral services for Odell Dubree Page York will be at 1 o'clock on Wednesday at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Pleasant Hill Cemetery. Visitation Wednesday from 6:30 until 1 at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home. Willa Dean Simmons Hicks, age 83, of Scottsville, died Sunday. She was a member of White Plains Baptist Church and worked for most of her career as the secretary of the Allen County Vocational School. She loved to quilt, read, listen to gospel music, and cook great meals for her family. She spent a lifetime taking care of Donald, spoiling her grandchildren, and playing with her animals. Dean is survived by her husband of 66 years, Donald Gene Hicks, two daughters, Deborah K. Hicks Baraney and husband Ralph, and Donna Marie Hicks Bewley and husband Brian. Five grandchildren, Clint Williams, Nikki Williams Blessing, Jason Williams, Drew Bewley, and Anna Marie Bewley, and seven great-grandchildren. Funeral services for Willa Dean Simmons Hicks will be at 11 o'clock on Saturday at the Harwood and Strode Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Crescent Hill Cemetery at Scottsville. Visitation will be from 4 until 8 Friday and after 7:30 on Saturday until the time of the funeral service. Family wishes to thank all of those who cared for her during her last days. Memorials are suggested to Hospice of Southern Kentucky and can be made at the funeral home. Services for Mary Edith Gooch Birch, age 90, of Tompkinsville, will be Thursday at 1 o'clock at the Tompkinsville Church of Christ. Burial will follow in the Skaggs Creek Cemetery. Visitation will be Wednesday from 1 until 8 and Thursday after 8 a.m. Service for Margaret Esther Grider Moore, age 77, of Burkesville, will be at 2 o'clock Wednesday at the Norris New Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Grider Memorial Cemetery in Cumberland County. Visitation after 11 a.m. Services for Clara May Shoopman, age 74, of Glasgow, will be at 1 o'clock Wednesday at the A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation will be today from 4 until 8 p.m. and Wednesday morning until time for service. Service for Marcus Mark Dale Abner, age 59, of Glasgow, will be today at 1 o'clock at the McMurtry Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Shirley Baldock Cemetery. Service for Richard Allen Benningfield, age 79, of Glasgow, will be today at 1 o'clock at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Columbia City Cemetery. Funeral services for Roger Carroll Crabtree, age 66, of Glasgow, will be today at 1 o'clock at the Rolling Hills United Baptist Church. Burial in the Caney Fork Cemetery at Etoile. A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home is in charge of those arrangements. Services for Charles Wesley West Strader, age 79, of Bowling Green, will be this afternoon at 1 o'clock at the Eastwood Baptist Church in Bowling Green with a private burial. J.C. Kirby and Son Funeral Home in charge. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Would you like to choose when you pay your electric bill? With EPB iPay, you can. iPay allows you to draft money into your electric account online or at our office. The myusage.com website lets you keep track of how much electricity you're using and lets you know your current balance. When your account's getting low, you can get reminders to add more money to your electric account by text or email. With iPay, there's no due date, no late fees. Sign up for iPay at the EPB office at 100 Mallory Drive.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo-Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed
a 12-degree temperature reading. Let me jump back in here and go over the closings and cancellations that we have for today, and some more up in the newsroom. Angela will share those with us in just a moment. But we need to add that the Marywood Welton Library is going to be closed today. Dave's Transportation is doing urgent care transportation only. We have Glasgow Independent Schools closed, Barron County, Caverna, Metcalfe County, Hart County Schools, Edmonson County Schools are closed, WKU Glasgow, WKU E-Town, and WKU Owensboro, as well as the Gethsemane Educational Institute. Also, we have the People's Bank is going to be opening at 10 o'clock this morning and closing at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And the Barron Fiscal Court had a meeting scheduled for today, but we understand that meeting has been postponed but will be rescheduled. That's for the Barron Fiscal Court. And there are others. We'll continue to share those with you as the morning progresses. Let's turn to local sports. Let's talk about the schedule. First of all, high school basketball tonight. Barron County hosts the Christian Academy of Louisville. In girls' third region All-A semifinals up at McLean County High School, Edmonson County takes on Frederick Fraze. Other games, Barron County travels to Ohio County, and Allen County Scottsville goes to Butler County. In girl-boy doubleheaders, Hart County entertains Taylor County, Bowling Green's at home against Christian County, Warren Central welcomes South Warren, and Greenwood hosts Franklin Simpson. And we'll have more in the sports report coming up next hour here on WCLU. It is 12 degrees.
If you potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo-Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo-Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry has been in business
for how things are shaping up over the next couple of days.
Additional snowfall light, but it should be enough to add another 1 to possibly up to 2 or 3 inches in some spots. Winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings stay in place until midday. And that's when we expect to see the snow tapering off. So slick travel will stay in the low to mid-teens all day. Breezy and cold. Just the perfect winter day, right? Now, how about tonight? Bitter cold air settling in down near 3 above zero, partly to cloudy to mostly cloudy, and then partial clouds at sunshine tomorrow, and cold 24 down near 11 tomorrow night. Then we start a modifying trend. Thursday, sunny mid-30s, Friday, sunny in the low 40s, and could get into the low 50s over the upcoming weekend. For the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. It's a raw morning out there. The winds are blowing out of the northwest at 13 miles an hour. Humidity is at 87%. The wind, the barometer, I should say, is at 30.50. Can't get that wind off of my mind. 30.50 is what we have on the barometer. And as far as precip goes, we had about 1/10 of an inch of moisture in the rain gauge, but you have to calculate that up when you calculate into snowfall. It's just under 2 additional inches of snow is what we have recorded here at WCLU. 12 degrees. Good morning.
You have 1 hour. That's it. You and your group must escape. Find clues, solve the puzzle, and escape the room on time. It's the coolest new attraction at Ralphie's Fun Center, Superhero Adventures Escape Room. And you get to be the superhero. Test your powers and have fun doing it. You can book your party for the Superhero Adventures Escape Room at Ralphie's Fun Center by going online to ralphiesfuncenter.com. That's ralphiesfuncenter.com. ralphies.com or call 629-GAME. Will you be the next superhero?
Of course, when you hear Ralphie's, it's time to check birthdays, and we've been talking so much about the weather that we haven't jumped in here to tell you much about the birthdays yet, but we're going in here right now. How about Kurt Schupman? Kurt Schupman is 28 today. Dalton Cash is 15. Janton Wyckoff is 9. Peggy Bass. Brittany Wilkinson-Jones is 29 today. Andrea Thompson. Rita Greer. We have Carrie Bunch, Greg Knuckles, and Rita Thomas with birthdays today. We have Brian and Amber Bell. That's Brian and Amber Bell, who have their 4th wedding anniversary today. 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. Online here from WCLUradio.com. Let me make sure that none of these have come in or are going to be added to the list just yet. I think we're all right. 6:38, we're going to try to do some archiving for you straight ahead.
What will you begin in 2008?
Over 100 years, I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessonberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Everyone wants to know when McRib will be back, including Jamie, who shared that you must answer its call.
Jamie, McRib is back. You posted, and we answered.
McRib is back. Answer its call for a limited time, only at McDonald's.
Nothing comes before coffee.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
That's why we're introducing a whole new line of espresso drinks from McCafe.
70792-5703 or mytimesaversky.com.
Why do you choose the pharmacy you use? Is it because of someone you know, or is it short wait times? Highland Pharmacy has considered all of these things that make your experience at the pharmacy pleasant. With a top-notch staff of pharmacists and techs you know and trust, 2 drive-through windows, and a commitment to not making you sit and wait any longer than necessary, you can see why so many choose Highland Pharmacy, and we invite you to come see us for your next prescription. Highland Pharmacy, just over from the TJ Health Pavilion, 301 Rogers Road. Call 270-629-4300.
Let's see. Let me get an additional cancellation right here. The office of Dr. Christy South is going to be closed today. The office of Dr. Christy South will be closed today. And let's see. Angela, are you up in the newsroom there, are you?
I am up in the newsroom.
Okay, well, there's a couple of closes that came in real fast when we started the news. It was associated with the fiscal court.
Yeah, the Barron County Government Center is closed.
Okay, Barron County Government Center. I did not have that one.
And the Barron Fiscal Court meeting has been canceled for this morning.
Okay.
They're going to try to get that rescheduled, though, sometime this week.
Okay, all right. So we are really, really up to date.
Yes.
Now what we got to do is go backwards for a few minutes in the archives. We'll crank it up and we'll think about something other than the weather for a few minutes here in the archives today. Brought to you as a service of Joseph A. Wade and the Tony Hogan Health Clinic.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow. The medical field has advanced tremendously over the last few decades, but for patients, it becomes more and more difficult to get an appointment with your primary care provider. However, the Tony Hogan Health Clinic offers an alternative, more old-fashioned, laid-back approach. So it's no coincidence they're located in the Mars Medical Building, a place that's always been known for its patient-first mentality. Whether it's a walk-in or a scheduled visit, Tony Hogan, nurse practitioner, and his staff are there to make sure you get the treatment you deserve. The Tony Hogan Health Clinic, 270-651-6707.
Okay, why don't we do some historical things here?
I say we take this thing back 100 years.
It's fun to look at the things, and we'll review the cancellation list here again in just a moment, but I think we are okay for the flow of things here this morning. So let's go over here to 19... 1918.
Okay.
A long time ago. This is a sad way to start off the 1918 archives here today, Angela. On January the 2nd, the Death Angel visited the home of Mr. J.G. Cross and claimed for its victim his loving wife, Cora, who was just in the bloom of life, being 25 years of age.
Oh, that's morbid.
She was a devout member of the Baptist Church. Besides her husband, she leaves a father, a mother, and several brothers and sisters, besides a host of friends and relatives to mourn her death. That's the Death Angel dropping by there in 1918.
That scares somebody to death, thinking an angel of death was coming.
Yeah. All right, so here we have some progress in 1928. The street crossing at Green and Wayne has for several years been the center of our garage activity, 3 of the corners occupied by our largest garages. But the northeast corner it has since been the mind of a man runneth not the contrary, being occupied by Pettigo and Son as a livery stable. But at last, Uncle Lon had to surrender and said, the livery stable is a thing of the past, and so he and Durwood went to work in earnest to convert the place into a garage. And right well have they succeeded. They have a small section for horses separated from the main part of the building, which is set aside for cars. In addition, they have a ladies' restroom, too. Now, that is a progressive garage.
Well, there you go.
And every convenience required for a first-class garage. So the thing is that, they're finally, Uncle Lon says, hey, this car thing is going to last. This horse thing is not.
And women have been having to go to the bathroom since the beginning of time, so let's just deal with all of it.
That's right. Well, I mean, it just opens up a whole new world for a bunch of new customers there.
I guess that all depends on what the bathroom looks like.
That's right. At Green and Wayne Streets, the big garage down there. Of course, that would be the the 4 corners there where the Commonwealth Attorney's office is on one corner, and the Baptist Church parking lot, and over there by Hilliard Lines, and of course where U.S. Bank is. Instead of having all that, used to be 3 garages on those corners. One with a ladies' restroom.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, 1938. Here we go with the news out of Hiceville, Kentucky.
Okay.
5 children from the Christian Bible School received gold pins as a reward for regular attendance in Bible school during the year of 1937. And they were Catherine Newberry, Francis Vincent, Ada Lou Vaughn, Oriola Everett, and W.S. Everett. That's pretty good attendance there for Bible school in 1938. This is an interesting story. I have to kind of read between the lines on some of this one.
Okay.
It's news out of Fountain Run. It says there were really 2 bank holidays last week, as the employees got their extra large bonuses on New Year's Eve, so were unable to do much work.
There you go.
Lester Agers is still in a fog, as he got 2 bonuses.
Well, hell, lucky him.
The stork bringing the first, which was a baby son.
Oh, there you go.
So out in Fountain Run, 2 bank holidays, they got so big of a bonus they couldn't work.
That one poor old guy looked like he needs some time off. Just
right.
Chill out for a second.
Just for a little while. But that's Fountain Run, bank holidays there. Here we go to 1958. I like the way this story is written. The conduct of Barron County's official business for the next 4 years will be the responsibility of 6 magistrates: Homer Church, A.C. Moore, Ed Wood, Joe P. Bybee, Jim Walker, and W.C. Handy. They took their official oath administered by fiscal court judge James E. Gillenwater. So that's the magisterial court there from 1958. Squires Church, Moore, Wood, Bybee, Walker, and Handy. The conduct of the county. 1968, this is a big story here from 1968. After 48 years in downtown Glasgow, Lessenberry and Jones will move to 1010 West Main Street across from the Holiday Inn. Now, it will be called Lessenberry Building Center.
Well, I think we all know where that's at.
Well, that's right. It used to be down on the down below the plaza, on the other side of the plaza.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's right. You can actually still see if you're driving up through there. Don't take your eyes off the road, but you can actually still, I think, see part of the sign where those buildings meet. But anyway, the move goes back to 1968. That's being progressive.
Definitely.
1978 this day. Let's go out to Elmore and Payne Packing Company. They got an advertisement here in the Glasgow Daily Times, 1978, for Elmore and Payne Packing Company on the Burkesville Road. Hamburger, 79 cents a pound. Pork chitlins, 10 pounds, 59 cents.
Ooh, that's a lot of chitlins. Goodness.
Spare ribs, 99 cents a pound. And number one potatoes, 10 pounds for 89 cents. I don't want anything but number one potatoes for sure.
I mean, I don't want any of those chitlins. Goodness.
Well, out at Elmore and Payne, they had them a bargain, 59 cents for 10 pounds in 1978.
Yeah, you know how many chitlins that would be?
I don't know.
Good Lord.
A bucket load, I think.
I'm saying.
1988. We have more fiscal court news. Barron County Judge Executive David Dickerson named Jim Boynter as the new county road supervisor, replacing Danny Reed this day in 1998. And in 2008, it was 10 years ago, that Command Sergeant Major Philip D. Geralds was awarded the Legion of Merit for his outstanding performance and achievements as the senior non-commissioned officer for the Kentucky National Guard.
Well, that's certainly an honor.
That's a great honor indeed. It's good to know that such honors are given and such honors are greatly appreciated.
And deserved.
It's in the archives. That's the way it is.
It is. Angels of Death. Goodness.
Yeah, that's right. It's just you want to get past that one if you can.
Yeah, all kinds of chitlins for like 60
that's right.
cents.
And let's see. Had some progress with people moving, building garages complete with.
I'm saying women can finally use the restroom.
That's right. While your car is getting worked on, it'd be even harder if you had to bring your horse in.
Trying to tell you.
We'll do some more archives tomorrow. Okay. Special thank you to Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services, and a great big thank you to the good folks at the Tony Hogan Health Clinic.
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
BR Tire.
50, 10 minutes before 7 o'clock here in WCLU. And let's see, what am I doing next? Well, I'm going to tell you today we are patting on the back by special request Bernard Francis. That's right, it's Bernard Francis Day here on the radio. And Bernard was nominated for being good as gold. And here is the explanation, the reason for nomination. He's good with the community. He works with the mentoring group of young boys, ages 8 to 13 years old. He's a deacon at the Oak Grove Missionary Baptist Church in Glasgow, and he works for the public at the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. He's done so for 18 years. My goodness. Bernard Francis deserves a pat on the back, and he was nominated for this award, and we certainly are tickled to pat him on the back. So if you see Bernard Francis around town, you pat him on the back, tell him he's good as gold from his friends here at WCLU. And a little taste of Texas. Looking forward to seeing you over there today. The Texas way.
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
Rumor has it, Unique Gifts is going to be, for a limited time only, marking everything in the store down 25%, like raincoats normally $55, now $41.25, and Fiesta place settings normally $46.99, now $35.25. And don't forget tumblers, only $22.50. Not to mention candleberry candles, cotton colors, and more. And all Christmas items are 70% off. The rumor is true. 25% off store-wide, 70% off all Christmas items at Unique Gifts.
Hello.
You and our community, too.
My name's Roger Mercer. My wife and I.
$349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy to navigate website to our easy to deal with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire. On Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50+ years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
We got to wish our daughter a happy birthday. So Connie Hensley, happy birthday to you. And also here's a really nice couple. It's Bill and Kelly Milan. Bill and Kelly Milan are celebrating their 8th wedding anniversary today. So congratulations to Bill and Kelly Milan today. Yes, indeed. Now, let's see. Let me get the paper straightened out because I'm going to shift over here. I'm doing the weather in behalf of South Central Bank. And we just heard from South Central Bank, so we're going to jump on into the cancellations here. First of all, reminding you that the Barron County Government Center is closed today, and the meeting for the Barron Fiscal Court has been postponed for today. The office of Dr. Christy South is closed today. Mary Wood Weldon Memorial Library is closed. Dave's Transportation's urgent care transportation only today, so be aware of that. Dave's Transportation, urgent care transportation only. We have schools closed, including the Glasgow Independent Schools, Barron County Schools, Caverna Independent Schools, Metcalfe County Schools, Hart County, Edmondson County, WKU Glasgow, WKU E-Town, and WKU Owensboro. And we have the Gethsemane Educational Institute is closed. I think we have everything there, but you know it hits us pretty quickly at times, and so we got to be careful and make sure we got everything on there. So y'all tell us if we mess something up, and we'll straighten it out. So while we're reviewing that, let's get Ray Stajic up here. He's been studying all this weather stuff overnight.
Additional snowfall light, but it should be enough to add another 1 to possibly up to 2 or 3 inches in some spots. Winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings stay in place until midday. And that's when we expect to see the snow tapering off. So slick travel will stay in the low to mid-teens all day. Breezy and cold. Just the perfect winter day, right? How about tonight? Bitter cold air settling in down near 3 above 0, partly to cloudy to mostly cloudy, and then partial clouds at sunshine tomorrow, and cold 24 down near 11 tomorrow night. Then we start a modifying trend. Thursday, sunny mid-30s, Friday, sunny in the low 40s, and could get into the low 50s over the upcoming weekend. For the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic on WCLU, your home for local.
Yes, indeed. We're looking at 12 degrees now at WCLU. That's going, the wrong direction to thaw anything out. And as we have been talking so much this morning, travel is treacherous everywhere, even the main roads, even South Green Street and the downtown square in the city of Glasgow are snow and ice covered. You got to factor that into the morning commute because You've got to drive safely, and driving safely is going to mean taking more time. So be aware of that. 12 degrees, WCLU weather brought to you by South Central Bank.
Ours is a world that's in desperate need of a better understanding of Matthew chapter 7. So many people love to quote Matthew 7, verse 1. Judge not, lest ye be judged. And most of the time they use this when their own sinful behavior has been pointed out. Should someone say, this action is sinful, that action is sinful, you must stop or you have to deal with God, they'll say, judge not, lest ye be judged. They need to drop down in Matthew 7 and read verse 21. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father who's in heaven. Verse 22, on that day many will say, didn't we prophesy in your name? Verse 23, I'll say, I never knew you. Depart. This has been Bart Warren for South Green Street Church of Christ.
Newsflash, your retirement is just around the corner. If you're 50 or older, it's
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Why the name Fire Pit?
Alan Jones, and David is getting this wish from Doris Jones. I want to be sure and get that taken care of. Congratulations. We're up to date, and we're coming back to play trivia.
Put your money where your mouth is. The Long John Silver Shrimp and Cod Basket is the best quality at the best price. For just $5.99, you get 4 shrimp, a thick, tasty piece of cod, fries, hush puppies, and a drink. $5.99. Saving money won't leave you hungry. Go to Long John Silver's and enjoy the Shrimp and Cod Basket, just $5.99.
At the family in Long John Silver's, eating their cod and shrimp baskets.
All right, trivia. Trivia today. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Up for grabs this morning is a delicious fish and more dinner at Long John Silver's A&W All-American Foods. Real easy to get great food. Just you got to answer this question. And that's it. This might be, I don't think it's too hard of a question for a snowy day. Folks are paying close attention here. The question is, name the 7 virtues. Can you name the 7 virtues? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. And let's see here. The 7 virtues. Mark just handed me another closing here. Community medical care is closed for today. All right, let's get over here to the virtues. Hello, trivia. Whoops, no. One of the virtues there was to hang up on me. What are the 7 virtues? Things you just need to memorize these things. Trivia. Hello, trivia.
Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see it, so I Googled this morning.
Okay.
First time ever, so I'm going to let me turn the volume down.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. We got faith, hope, charity, fortitude, justice, prudence, and temperance.
All right. Well, okay. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to guess that fortitude and courage are the same thing, because that would make you a winner. Who is this speaking?
David Frazier.
David, what you doing?
Didn't go in today. It just ain't worth risking my health for it.
Yeah. So you're just going to win dinner, huh?
Yeah.
The 7 virtues are prudence, courage, temperance, justice, faith, hope, and charity. Now, if you can hammer those out, then you are certainly a virtuous soul.
They all have great meanings.
Who's going to have fish and more for dinner? No less.
That'll work on a snowy day.
All right, that's right. So anyway, David, you have, and of course, you have played trivia for years, but you were hungry for fish, so you stepped over the line and Googled this one, huh?
I'll probably go to the gates of Hades for that.
No, I don't think so. I think you're going to be safe right there because you knew how to look it up, David.
Okay.
I'm going to put you down here in the winners column, okay?
That'll work, Henry.
Thank you, David. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Henry.
David Frazier, that's right. There are 7 virtues, and you need to, I didn't know the 7 virtues, but now that I have been refreshed of them, I know that there are things that I need to pay more attention to. Prudence and courage and temperance and justice and faith, hope and charity. The 7 virtues. David Frazier wins. Tomorrow, it'll be your turn. You never know where we'll come up with something that will be something right on the tip of your tongue. Coming up, the 7 o'clock morning edition, which will include a list of cancellations, and we'll talk more about road conditions and a whole lot more here at WCLU.
CBS News Update. Days after a false alarm in Hawaii, Japan state broadcaster issues a bogus alert about a North Korean missile. Reporter Lucy Kraft is in Tokyo.
Citizens were instructed to seek shelter from a North Korean projectile via broadcaster NHK's website and civil defense app. But just 5 minutes later, at the start of its regular TV news program, NHK withdrew the alert. It's unclear how the snafu occurred since Japan's satellite-based civil defense system had not been activated.
In Hawaii, new mechanisms have been put in place to prevent a repeat of the false alarm there. CBS's David Begnaud from Honolulu.
Hawaii's governor is requiring 2 people to be involved in every test. And if there is another mistake, the computer screen now has a false alarm tab on it, so the worker could hit that and get out a correction immediately. Next time, it shouldn't take 38 minutes to fix.
CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Last month's
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
Legendary Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Legendberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Legendberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Glasgow.
WCLU Glasgow, WCLU-FM Unfordville, W253BN Glasgow. Services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
6 minutes after 7 o'clock and 12 degrees from WCLU this morning. This is the live and local 7 o'clock morning edition. Let's talk about cancellations. First of all, let me remind you that the Barron County Government Center is closed today, and the Barron County Fiscal Court meeting has been postponed for today. Mary Wood Weldon Library is closed. The office of Dr. Christie South is closed. Community medical care is closed as well today. The People's Bank will open at 10 o'clock this morning and will close at 3 p.m. this afternoon. Dave's Transportation Service, they'll be transporting urgent care patients only for Dave's Transportation Service. Talk about schools again. Glasgow Independent, Barron County, Caverna, Metcalf, Hart County, Edmondson County, WKU Glasgow, WKU E-Town, and WKU Owensboro, as well as Gethsemane Educational Institute.
Actually, we just got an email. All WKU campuses are now closed.
Okay, all right. Well, they just upgraded that, which is good. That'd be easy for everybody to make sure they just know everything across the board is that. All right, and so anything else that I need to add to this list?
Not that I've got.
Okay, all right. I think we are completely up to date here. We appreciate everybody being so patient yet progressive and getting all this information into us. We can share for everybody today. Now with the 7 o'clock morning edition, here's Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Yesterday was Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. Since 2000, the folks at First Baptist Church have hosted an annual event on Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. Beginning with a prayer service at noon at the courthouse, the group then marches down to First Baptist, this year led by the Boys and Girls Club. The First Baptist Praise Choir, which you hear in the background, featured their music that commemorates the love that pours out of the church, and local pastors and leaders are invited to speak. With the theme of charity and love for others echoed in all who spoke, Judge John Alexander also talked of justice and injustice and noted a quote made famous by Dr. King: "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice."
I believe that justice is out there and that we will all have it. But what Dr. King's life, I think, shows us is that we don't have to wait for that. It may come inevitably, but a man or a woman, through their will and the force of their character, can influence the bending of that arc, can influence it, can speed it up, and that's what I think each of us is called on to do in our lives.
The work and legacy of Dr. King should carry on not only January 15th, but every day of the year. Lynx Labeling will be breaking ground on their new facility thanks to help from IDEA. Just under 3 acres in the Highland Glen Industrial Park was given to Lynx Labeling for their new facility, with the stipulation being they begin construction within 6 months and production in 18. Billy Jones, along with his daughter Reagan, were in Mayor Dick Doty's office Friday to make the land transfer official, and I asked Reagan exactly what her daddy does at Lynx Labeling.
They work on chickens?
Well, it's a little more complicated than just working on chickens. Lynx designs and creates all the software and hardware used for labeling for Tyson Foods. So technically, they work on chicken labels. Currently, they have 14 employees, and along with the 5 co-owners, Billy Jones, Danny Jones, Johnny Jones, Keaton Dennis, and Darren Beardsley, they plan to move their operation from Shane Drive to the Highland Glen Industrial Park. Along with the land, Lynx Labeling was also eligible for tax incentives from the Kentucky Business Investment Program. I asked Jones what this meant for his company.
Opportunity really adds a lot of legitimacy to my business that we've incorporated in early 2016, and we've expanded a lot, but having a larger facility and room to operate and room to really just what we're hoping to do is invite more customers to our business to be able to demonstrate our hardware and software, and this will give us opportunities to do that. Our current location really wasn't suited for company.
Dan Iacone, Executive Director of IDEA, says this is about more than just land. It's creating a partnership.
We will have a partnership from now on. We will be visiting you and trying to help facilitate anything you need through your construction phases. We'll also be there for any new programs that come available from the state or federal to make you aware of. And your high-tech organization brings diversification to our community, which helps stabilize our local economy. And we appreciate what you've done.
Lynx describes themselves as an innovative technology company providing modern solutions to industrial production environments. With a proper application of contemporary hardware and software, they say they pride themselves on being a breath of fresh air in an often antiquated industry. For more information, you can go online to lynxlabeling.com. It's 7:12 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, a very chilly 12 degrees.
I'm Jared Persley.
Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
In more local news, here's Ernie Myers, Executive Vice President with the Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce.
Guys, I got just a reminder from the Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce about our first quarterly breakfast, which comes up this coming Friday, January the 19th. Glasgow Golf and Country Club, 7 o'clock in the morning. Breakfast will be served between 6:30 and 6:45, so get out bright and early and have a good breakfast with us. Of course, traditionally, the first quarterly breakfast is given by the mayor and the judge, at least the program is given by the mayor and the judge. We hear from Mayor Dick Doty, the state of the city, hear from Judge Michael Hale, the state of the county. The breakfast is sponsored by Edmonton State Bank. So call the Chamber, 651-3161, to reserve your tickets for the first quarterly breakfast coming up this coming Friday, January the 19th at the Glasgow Golf and Country Club. That's what's going on with the Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce, where we're working together building a better community.
Kentucky will be phasing in a rule saying people who get Medicaid have to work if they can, but a new national poll suggests voters could see that as part of a very unpopular pattern. A new national poll finds 3/4 of voters agree and half strongly agree there is a war on health care. Jeff Garin with Hart Research says voters see a pattern starting with attempts to repeal the Affordable Care Act, but also include moves to cut Medicare and Medicaid. House Speaker Paul Ryan has called steps like this welfare reform necessary to reduce the deficit. His critics point out this is coming just after a $1.5 trillion tax cut that mostly benefited the wealthy and big corporations. Garin says nationally voters already have a strong sense that the GOP health care policies are deeply unfair.
Targeting both Medicare and Medicaid for cuts in order to offset the cost of their tax cuts for the wealthy and large corporations. Republicans have put a very big target on their backs.
The new Medicaid work requirement will impact about 350,000 Kentucky adults, half of whom already work. Certain groups, including full-time students, pregnant women, and people with certain medical conditions, will be exempt. The Center for American Progress estimates work requirements would block benefits for more than 6 million individuals nationwide. And Kentucky's Attorney General says his office has a new website to enhance access for people seeking information and services from the office. Andy Beshear says the new website will help Kentuckians interact with his office on such issues as combating drug addiction and child abuse and protecting older people from scams. Beshear says the revised ag.ky.gov also offers information on his office's contracts and instructions on how to submit open records requests electronically. He says the fighting drug abuse portion of the website helps Kentuckians learn how the AG's office is working to help tackle drug addiction problems in the state. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs, 7:17 a.m., a very chilly 12 degrees.
Who will be the future face of
From the
Pettigo
Kentucky
Lessenberry?
News Network, I'm Ed Huckleberry. The overnight snowfall is causing some minor headaches for drivers across much of the state, but there's a major problem this morning on I-65 in southern Hardin County. The interstate is closed after a car collided with a tractor-trailer rig near Sonora. No word on any injuries, but I-65 northbound is closed at this time. Elsewhere across the region, Kentucky Transportation Cabinet spokesman Chris Jesse says road crews have been at it overnight clearing primary roadways.
Road crews have plowed throughout the night, and they've plowed that down as far as they can until we get some daylight, and that helps the chemical treatments work a little bit. That's about the best we're going to be able to do is just keep packing it down. But we are out treating, we are out plowing, and road conditions will improve a little bit through the day.
The winter weather has also forced a large number of schools to close. A Davis County child dies of the flu. Family members tell WFIE that 12-year-old Brooklyn Shannon died Monday at Norton Children's Hospital in Louisville after being diagnosed with the flu in December. Shannon was an 8th grader at Burns Middle School. A Whitley County man is stabbed to death at his home, his body found Monday. State police say 55-year-old Curtis Lawson of Siler is dead. Police say the suspect is 27-year-old Jeffrey Cole of New York. The stabbing took place during an argument at Lawson's home. Police say Cole is considered armed and dangerous, and his whereabouts are unknown this morning. Hunger in Kentucky is the subject of the latest series of lectures at the McConnell Center at the University of Louisville. Headlining the first lecture will be Kentucky Ag Commissioner Ryan Quarles, whose talk will cover a range of public policy issues, including the role of health care and education in rural and urban parts of Kentucky. I'm Ed Huckleberry.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
You're going to need me.
You're going to need us.
All of us.
You're going to need our technical skills,
Our math, our engineering skills.
You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food.
You're going to need our organizational skills, our problem-solving skills.
You're going to need our determination, our honesty, our compassion.
You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring.
And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Today, 4-H is growing the next generation of leaders. Support us at 4h.org.
Expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business.
Bank. South Central Bank is a locally owned bank that cares about
50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
member FDIC.
Glasgow EPB is on Facebook.
Slick travel with snow this morning, winter weather advisories and/or winter storm warnings in effect. It's actually or. Winter storm warnings for another couple of inches of snow in the advisory area, still another inch or two of snowfall. The bottom line is occasional snow this morning, with the region getting an additional 1 to 3 inches. Temperatures will hold in the low to mid-teens all day, so a very cold day also. The snow is going to stick, even though we're not going to get too much more, but still some travel trouble, especially first half of the day, and then partly cloudy this afternoon. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight, a very cold night down to 3 above. The average low is 27. Tomorrow, partial clouds, 24, 11 degrees tomorrow night, and then a modifying trend will begin. Thursday, sunny into the mid-30s. Friday, sunny, low 40s, and could get above 50 degrees on Saturday, and then maybe close to 60 by Sunday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
We're going to hold you to that moderating trend there, Ray, as we get closer to the weekend. But right now, we're at 12 degrees. Nothing moderate about that. It's right out chilly there for sure. The humidity is at 89%. The winds are out of the northwest at around 7 miles an hour, gusting at times to 13. And we've had just about a tenth of an inch of moisture in the bucket, which translates to just under 2 inches of snow here in south central Kentucky. We're at 12 degrees this morning, and we're going to come right back and check the cancellation.
Newsflash, your retirement is just around the corner. If you're 50...
Wondering what's going on during an outage? The EPB provides constantly updated information that you can receive via Twitter on your cell phone. Plus, learn great new tips to lower your bill. On Facebook, just search for Glasgow Electric Plant Board and click the like button at the top right. On Twitter, search for the Glasgow EPB, then follow us and have updates linked to your cell phone. The Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future fast.
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
What's at stake? Colton Steakhouse, now open in Bardstown.
Well, let's look at 724, the very latest in cancellations and the very latest in information for travel or not today. First of all, we learned that U-Turn Court Monitoring is closed today. That is, U-Turn Court Monitoring is closed. The People's Bank will open at 10 this morning and close at 3 this afternoon. Community medical care is going to be closed today. The office of Dr. Christy South closed. Marywood Weldon Library is closed today. The Barron County Government Center is closed, and there will not be any fiscal court meeting this morning, as it was scheduled for, I think, 9 o'clock or so this morning, but that's not going to happen today. It's going to be rescheduled for the fiscal court meeting. Let's talk about some, from the standpoint of education, all WKU classes are canceled for today. At one point, there were just the satellite campuses, but now the decision has been made to cancel all WKU classes for today. We also have, of course, Glasgow Independent and Barron County schools closed, Caverna Independent and Metcalfe County schools, along with Hart County. Edmondson County schools are closed. Gethsemane Educational Institute is closed today. And I failed to tell you that Dave's Transportation Service, they're transporting urgent care only today. So be aware of that and make sure you know what is and what isn't, and be careful if you got to go.
Good morning, friends. How many times does someone say, I love you, and then ignore the needs, desires, and welfare of the person they claim to love? How many times does someone say, I love you, and then abuse the person they claim to love? Let me be plain. Love and abuse cannot dwell together. To knowingly hurt someone, either physically, mentally, emotionally, or sexually, is to declare a lack of love for that person. Acts of abuse drown out all words of love, no matter how sincere they may sound. We've heard it said that actions speak louder than words. How often do we say, I love Jesus, and then abuse him? You may say, I have never and would never abuse Jesus. Please remember that Jesus said in Matthew chapter 25 that whatever we did or didn't do to others, we did or didn't do unto him. In other words, our actions toward other people are actions toward the Lord. Abuse of any kind toward others is abuse toward Jesus. Slander toward others is slander toward Christ. Neglect toward others is neglect toward the Lord. Gossip toward others is gossip toward the Savior. Jesus says that we cannot say we love God whom we have not seen if we don't show love to those around us whom we can see. Abuse or neglect of any sort directed toward others is abuse and neglect toward Jesus. If the deeds don't match the words, then the words are lies. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
727. Let's go to the newsroom. More information on an accident that has traffic shut down on I-65 this morning. Angela, give us the scoop.
So I just spoke with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet with Chris Jesse, and basically it was a car versus semi accident that had both sides of I-65 shut down. They now have one lane on both northbound and southbound reopened. It's a mile marker 83 there at the Nolin River Bridge right between Sonora and the Glendale exits. Again, they've got one lane on both sides open. We're not sure about injuries or the exact details of the accident, but it was a car versus a semi, again, around mile marker 83 there at the Nolin River Bridge in between Sonora and Glendale. But again, one lane is open on both northbound and southbound.
And certainly one lane being open doesn't help a whole lot because it's treacherous travel out there. Let's be very aware of that.
Absolutely.
And drive with caution this morning.
And this just goes to show, there at that bridge, bridges do freeze faster than roadways.
Yes, But here we are at 12 degrees, so you imagine how solid that bridge is.
It's all cold now. It's all frozen.
That's right. Well, we'll keep you posted, and let's do what we can to drive with extra caution and extra time. 728.
You have 1 hour. That's it. You and your group must escape. Find clues, solve the puzzle, and escape the room on time. It's the coolest new attraction at Ralphie's Fun Center, Superhero Adventures Escape Room. And you get to be the superhero. Test your powers and have fun doing it. You can book your party for the Super Adventures Escape Room at Ralphie's Fun Center by going online to ralphiesfuncenter.com. That's ralphiesfuncenter.com or call 629-GAME. Will you be the next superhero?
Let's talk about some of our honorees here today on the Birthday Anniversary Club from WCLU, brought to you by Ralphie's Fun Center. Boy, do they know fun. Here we have today Rita Thomas, Greg Knuckles, Carrie Bunch, Rita Greer, Andrea Thompson, Brittany Wilkinson Jones is 29 today. We have, Peggy Bass. Janton Wyckoff is 9. Dalton Cash is 15. Kurt Shoopman is 28. Connie Hensley, your mom and dad called up to wish you a happy birthday. David Allen Jones. We've got the 8th wedding anniversary for Bill and Kelly Milan. And we've got the 4th anniversary for Brian and Amber Bell. That's Brian and Amber Bell, number 4. What about that? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here at WCLUradio.com. 729.
Citizens First Mobile Banking makes your nearest branch as close as your mobile phone. It's easier than ever to access your accounts, check your balances, review transactions, and make transfers. You can even pay bills, and now you can deposit a check right from your smartphone, anytime, anywhere. If your phone is ever lost or stolen, your mobile banking tools are safely locked behind strong security. Just visit citizensfirstbank.com and learn how to take care of your accounts on the go. Mobile banking with Citizens First, wherever you are, whenever you need it.
Approval required for mobile deposit. Visit your Citizens First branch for details. Member FDIC.
Rumor has it Unique Gifts is going to be, for a limited time only, marking everything in the store down 25%, like raincoats normally $55, now $41.25, and Fiesta place settings normally $46.99, now $35.25. And don't forget tumblers, only $22.50, not to mention Candleberry candles, cotton colors, and more, and all Christmas items are 70% off. The rumor is true. 25% off store-wide, 70% off all Christmas items at Unique Gifts.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place.
Direction 11 degrees this morning. We are at 7:31. Let me add to the closings the Pelham Oldenkamp Chiropractic Clinic. That's the Pelham Oldenkamp Chiropractic Clinic is closed for today. Let me flip over here to the birthday side of things and add, she's hanging on, the 39th birthday of Rebecca Brewer. That's right, Rebecca Brewer, 39 today.
At the People's Bank in Glasgow, we believe that people still like the friendly atmosphere of a community bank. A bank where you're more than just a number. You get one-on-one personal service. A bank where your money's reinvested in the community. And decisions, well, they're all made locally. The People's Bank gives you everything you'd expect in a bank, including online and mobile banking. Get the banking you deserve. Located at 605C on the Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. The People's Bank, working for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Remember, People's Bank will be open at 10 o'clock today and will close at 3 this afternoon. Let's turn to local sports. High school basketball tonight. Barron County's girls host the Christian Academy of Louisville. In the girls' third region All-A semifinals at McLean County High School, Edmondson County takes on Frederick Fraze. In boys' games, Barron County travels to Ohio County, and Allen County Scottsville goes to Butler County. And in girl-boy doubleheaders, Hart County entertains Taylor County. Bowling Green's at home against the Christian County team. Warren Central welcomes South Warren, and Greenwood hosts Franklin Simpson. That's a check of local sports.
This is Michael David from Seattle. I'm 50.
Like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage...
From size 38 to size 32. I have more energy, and I look and feel 20 years younger. And now my wife tells me I have to take Andro 400.
Hi, this is Ron Johnson from Utah. After 10 weeks of taking Andro 400, I lost 13 pounds and my waist went from 36 to 33. That was 8 years ago. I continue to take Andro 400, and I've maintained my weight at 172. Gained muscle and energy. I'm 63 now and feel better than I have in 30 years.
Andro 400, the natural way to increase testosterone, lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel great. Try Andro 400, the safe, effective, affordable way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
The new year is beginning, which means huge savings to you at Goodman Nissan, as we are clearing out all new 2017 Nissan models. This is Julie Goodman with Goodman Nissan, inviting you to take advantage of 0% financing for 72 months on new 2017 Rogues, one of the nation's most popular crossovers, and save over $10,000 on the rugged 2017 Nissan Titan, the truck with an impressive 5-year, 100,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. Check out amazing deals on our great selection of sedans. Nissan Sentras, Altimas, and Maximas are priced to move and ready for immediate delivery. You don't want to miss this exciting opportunity to put your tax dollars to good use and let Uncle Sam put you behind the wheel of a brand new Nissan. And don't forget to ask about the Goodman Advantage, where you can receive a complimentary powertrain warranty for life, 1-year free maintenance, and so much more. Great quality, great service, and great deals. That's Goodman Nissan at the corner of Happy Valley and Reynolds Road in Glasgow. Things were never better at Goodman's.
Come home to Goodman. Special APR for qualified buyers. See dealer for details.
11 degrees now at WCLU. As we wake them up, I want to remind you we have a requested person of the day today. More and more folks are using that little feature of our WCLUradio.com website. It's Bernard Francis Day on the radio. If you happen to see Bernard Francis around town today, we'd be really tickled if you would pat him on the back and tell him he's good as gold from his friends here at WCLU and a little taste of Texas. Now, here is the nomination form for Bernard Francis, and here's the reason for nomination. It reads, he's good with the community. He works with the mentoring group of young boys ages 8 to 13 years old. He's a deacon at the Oak Grove Missionary Baptist Church in Glasgow, and he works for the public at the Glasgow Electric Plant Board for 18 years. And for that reason, we are tickled to pat on the back today by special request Bernard Francis. You be sure and let him know he's good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas, we got tidbit news coming up straight ahead.
Choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Are you looking for a new career or maybe just part-time work? Ahead Staffing in Glasgow and Bowling Green can help make that happen. They're now taking applications for immediate job openings in the manufacturing and food production industry with competitive pay and benefits. The job market is in high demand for new employees. So whether you're looking for a full-time or part-time job, go see Ahead Staffing in Glasgow or Bowling Green and get started on a path to your own fulfilling career. You must be able to pass a drug test and you will be subject to a background check. Call 270-904-3777 in Bowling Green, or in Glasgow, call 270-361-5119 to learn more. Or you can always go to aheadstaffingbg.com. With so many opportunities available, see why Ahead Staffing is the place so many in Southern Kentucky have chosen to help find the right job for them. And don't forget to visit aheadstaffingbg.com.
Hi, this is William Gravely, pharmacist at Medical Arts Pharmacy. This year at Medical Arts is going to be a great year, and I want you to know why. Because at Medical Arts, we know you're special. You see, here we don't just fill prescriptions, we recognize the fact that you are a special person, particularly when you require a compounded prescription. And because of this, you have needs that only a special pharmacist can meet. Someone with knowledge, ability, and most of all, the time to sit down and discuss your compounded prescription with you in a compassionate and understanding way, caring for you because you're special. At Medical Arts, we've listened and we have heard your needs, and today I'm proud to say we have the pharmacist to meet them. Her name is Tori Kelly, and she's a compounding pharmacist, and she's here and ready to fill and discuss your compounded prescription with you. Why? Because you deserve to be treated like the person you are, special. So come and see Tori today. You'll be glad you did. Medical Arts Pharmacy, Professional Park, Glasgow.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
All right, from around the world and up the street, it's Tidbit News for today. Angela, before we get into the tidbit stuff, why don't you repeat what Chris Jesse told you up on I-65 and the mile marker and all of that stuff?
Yeah, he said he was trying. I was going to check real quick and see. He said he was trying to get a release out, but he didn't say his phone was blowing up, but
Okay.
I'm sure it was.
I'm sure it is, yes.
Basically, a mile marker 83 that's in between the Sonora and Glendale exit. There at the Nolan River Bridge, there's been a car versus a semi accident. At some point, both sides of the interstate were closed. Now they've got one lane open in northbound and one lane open in southbound. Again, we don't know any details of the accident, don't know what happened. Have to believe weather conditions certainly played a role in that. But again, that's mile marker 83, the Nolan River Bridge there between the Sonora and Glendale exits. Car versus semi accident. They do have one lane open in both directions, but you know it's moving slow.
Yeah, it's treacherous out there, too. We don't want to have one accident to lead to another accident if you don't slow down when you get up on that scene there.
I know. I just uploaded a picture of Mammoth Cave Street in Cave City, and it is still, absolutely covered. So
everywhere we are.
If you can hear me, the roads are bad.
That's right, and it's you need to.
Unless you're these people in Florida, they're trying to rub it in that they're down there in Florida.
Yeah, but if they got anything, it would just. If it rains hard down there, they crash into each other.
Well, I'm trying to tell you. I'd still rather be down there where it's warm.
I was down there when it snowed one time. It was 13 degrees outside that morning. Yeah, it was crazy.
Way to step on my fantasy there, thanks.
Well, they had the storm of the century or whatever that happened down there. I was down there when that happened.
Really? Was it
we were driving into a town called Bushnell, and it said, if you're headed to Bushnell, turn around and go back. And we just went past the sign. And, it was pretty bad.
Was that put out by their Welcome Center?
Say that again?
Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, the Chamber of Commerce put that out, their Welcome Center. Oh,
yeah, no doubt.
Let me move on over to Galveston, Texas for the first tidbit news story today. This lady is impressive, I'll tell you. There's a woman with a belt chased off 2 robbers that she caught breaking into her home on Thursday evening of last week. Are you ready for this? Her name is Kaylee Majka. Now, Kaylee Majka had been home because she's fighting the flu. So you know anybody who's fighting the flu is not in the best of moods.
Can be deadly in Kentucky, apparently.
She was awakened by a commotion after 2 men broke into her home at 5:30 p.m. on Thursday evening, according to KPRC TV. Says the bigger guy had brought my boyfriend to the back room and had the gun to his head looking for all the stuff in the back room, she told KPRC. I only saw the little man running towards my door. Well, her roommates came home around the time that Majka had whipped one of the men with the belt.
Oh, my.
Striking him with the buckle in the process. She's not holding anything back.
No.
You know, it says here that sent him fleeing from the home here when that buckle hit him.
Oh, my Lord.
The gunman walked away from the scene with a backpack containing money and some shoes. Her boyfriend, who was...
money and some shoes.
Yeah, that's right.
That's kind of random.
It is. Who has that in a backpack already loaded?
I got a kitchen spatula, too, and some mustard.
Her boyfriend, who was not identified, chased him down the street, hitting him with his car.
See, if that was me, I would want to be identified if I was like chasing down a burglar like that with my car.
Hitting him is funny because, I mean, hitting him like as in multiple times it hit him.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have went get out of the road, man.
Who stops to get in the car when they're chasing a thief like that?
A guy with belt buckle
who keeps running in the road?
Says here, the man got up and continued running away. Quote, they didn't get too much, though, Miss Majka said, because I don't think that they were expecting us to fight back.
And they were not playing around like they're trying to hit you with their car.
That's right. You know, I don't know which is worse overall, the car or the belt buckle.
I think it's the weird backpack with money and shoes.
That's right.
And some mustard.
He's got like a shoe fetish or something.
So let's break in, and this poor girl who's fighting the flu is going to be all up in your face.
You know, she'd been sitting there all day feeling bad stuff, getting on her nerves, and just been welling up inside of her.
It was the spring breaking.
She finally snapped.
5:30 in the afternoon on Thursday.
That's not your high crime time.
No, that's what I was thinking. That's not the high ticket time. I don't think.
And then this story, which is just something for y'all to think about.
Okay.
The idea of humans being able to talk to and understand animals may soon become a reality. A researcher is working on a device that may be used as a pet language translator in the future.
What?
This has got Angela written all over it.
Using artificial intelligence, scientists learn how to translate vocalizations and facial expressions of animals into something that humans can understand. Animal behavior expert Kon Slobodchikov is one of these researchers whose work may allow pets and their owners to effectively converse with each other using a pet translator.
What?
In less than 10 years.
Attaboy.
Slobodchikov from Northern Arizona University has studied footage of dogs engaged in a range of behaviors, including growling, barking, and howling, and used the artificial intelligence to understand how these animals communicate. He hopes that with the help of machine learning, computers can help humans understand what a particular gesture of a pet's, such as wagging of the tail.
That means happy.
And growling really
unhappy.
means. Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure that I do not want to know what kind of gestures my dog gives me.
Meanwhile, we've got starving kids and
That's
homeless
right.
vets.
This guy's working on it. The researcher has been studying North American prairie dogs for 30 years.
What?
He found that the animals have their own language system that conveys...
Hold up. 30
years.
years of studying North American prairie dogs.
That's right, which are not your most domesticated pets, I don't think.
Yeah, no. That's...
He found the animals have their own language system that conveys complicated instructions and commands.
Who else would know the difference? He's probably the only person studying prairie dogs for 30 years.
They also use calls that alert members of their group of incoming threats. And interestingly, they figured out these warnings that the prairie dogs send out to each other include specific information about the predator, such as its size and the color of its coat.
Well, you can kind of attest to that for the fact that if you do this in a room full of cubicles. We used to do this out at work at Donnelly's. You go into this room and it had just rows and rows of cubicles, and you could just do something really loud in there. And we used to call it prairie dog, and they would stand up and peek up over the top of their cubicle.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're announcing to their, it's nothing, never mind.
Yeah.
But how do you study that for 30 years?
Who pays you a salary to study prairie dogs?
You need some results at least along the way.
Yeah.
Says here that his ultimate goal is to create a device that humans can pinpoint at a dog to translate barks and woofs
I bet he didn't have a lot of friends.
into English words. If this becomes possible, humans will be able to know exactly what their pets want and will be more capable of dealing with animals in the future.
Yeah, I don't want to know what my dog has to say to me because I'm glad he doesn't understand what I say to him.
Yeah, well, it's who knows? Your man's best friend. You could be able to communicate. There's a market for that out there.
What is that movie?
Or he could just make some friends and talk to them.
Yeah, there was that Pixar movie, Up, with the little kid who was a Boy Scout, and they had the dog collars that you could understand what they were saying, and it was, it's like you would imagine, but I can't believe that's going to be real. That sounds
I don't
crazy.
think you need 30 years of research for that.
Well, you do. Your prairie dogs might, I don't know if you can learn as much you need to in that period of time.
I don't think you could. It doesn't take 30 years to learn English,
I'm saying.
Well, I don't know. I know some people that are still working on it.
Well, yeah.
Well, what does a dog mean when it wags its tail?
That's
Are you
right.
kidding me?
Well, my mom.
What does that growl mean anyway?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's study it.
Melissa said that there's a bark or whatever that Brody does. It's the happy bark. And I don't know it. She says he smiles, but some people are more attuned to that. But I don't know this guy.
Well, some people might think their animals like him, and they get one of these things and realize they don't.
Well, I think it's interesting that I think it is true that dogs can smile.
Well, yeah, they got the Dalmatians. You ever seen them? It looks terrifying. I mean, they look like they're growling at you, but they're really smiling at you. And it's
good to know the difference.
We have a passive-aggressive dog. That'd be my dog.
All right, so I'll keep y'all posted on when you can begin ordering those.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
For only $19.95.
Yeah, 3 easy installments of $19.95.
That's right. Tidbit News. That's where we are.
You can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Put your money where your mouth.
Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Who will be to update it on cancellations because we just want you to know what's going and what's not going. Marywood Weldon Library closed. The office of Dr. Christy South is closed. Community medical care. The U-Turn court monitoring is closed. The Pelham Oldenkamp Chiropractic Clinic is closed for today. We have a fiscal court meeting that's scheduled for 9 o'clock this morning. That has been postponed. And also the Barron County Government Center is closed today. We have Dave's Transportation, urgent care transportation only. People's Bank opens at 10, closes at 3. All WKU classes are canceled. We started off the day with just the satellite campuses being closed, but as it got a little bit further into it, they said, we really probably shouldn't have classes over here on the main campus, and that's what the decision was. We also have Gethsemane Educational Institute closed, as well as Evanston, Hart, Metcalf, Caverna, Barron, and Glasgow Independent Schools. And I think that's covering everything that we have so far here this morning. But we'll certainly be tickled to add more to the list here as we go through the day to get folks going where they need to be safely and not going if they're not going to be out at all. So we hope you'll stay with us here on WCLU. We'll be breaking in and keeping you up to date as things develop. Coming up also, the 8 o'clock morning edition is coming your way here on WCLU, so be sure to get ready to join us for that.